What's going on, guys? Art Dude Sas here. You can just call me Sas. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I have an art topic that has been years in the making over the course of my 3 years of my art journey, and that is the discussion of art YouTubers that have helped me learn how to draw. When I first learned how to draw and study art, it was an incomprehensible world full of complicated topics and what seemed like nonsense at the time. I had figuratively walked into a whole new world, as if I had moved to a foreign country without learning a lick of the native language, left to fend for myself and learn its customs. At the time, 3 years ago, I had to learn how to learn, and more importantly, I had to judge who was a good source of learning for the kind of art I wanted to create. After thousands of hours over the 3 years of watching videos, reading books, following courses, and frequent subscriptions and unsubscriptions to YouTube channels, and frequent bad habits learned and unlearned, I had found the artist who would ultimately mold me as an artist and change the way I learned forever. This list is in no particular numbered order, and at the end, I will do an honorable mention list of other YouTubers who have also helped me in my art journey. Proko. Proko's a shining example of someone who teaches to teach for the benefit of others, rather than gatekeeping techniques and lessons for those who have the money to pay. He's been teaching on the YouTube platform for 12 years, and perhaps even longer if he has prior teaching experience outside of YouTube. His YouTube channel has a variety of topics, ranging from his newly added perspective course, anatomy breakdowns, tutorials for every piece of anatomy possible, from hands, legs, feet, face, etc. He also frequently hosts a podcast called the Draftsman Podcast with a fellow artist, Marshall Vandruff, who is a seasoned veteran of the art industry. They both share their thoughts on various art topics, as well as taking questions from the community and discussing the future of art. On top of that, he frequently features famous artists on his channel, from fine art artists to comic book artists, as well as industry veterans from Blizzard and everything in between. If you don't particularly care for his or Marshall's thoughts or the interviewing and showcasing of other artists, he makes quick tip videos on all sorts of topics imaginable. Proko is the man who almost single-handedly taught me how to draw humans, how to approach art as a newcomer, and without him, I would still be struggling. I would advise not digging too deep into his art tutorials, especially when he starts to break down the super in-depth inner workings of bones and muscles, unless you are heavily experienced. I tried to understand these things at the beginning and I was overwhelmed. Therefore, listen to what he has to say and decide what parts of the tutorial are relevant to you at the time and take it one at a time from there. He has his own paid courses that delve further in depth on anatomy, but these are not necessary for the vast majority of artists, as his free content is more than enough. But it's nice his free content isn't neutered to drive people towards the paid courses from what I've seen. Travers Art. Travers is a relatively new YouTuber on the space when compared to other artists on the platform, but his content is bar none the best when it comes to drawing buildings, perspective, and environmental detail all in pen and ink. He's grown to an amazing 220,000 subscribers with 4 years on the platform, and he is the definition of a man on a mission, a bona fide grinder. From breathtaking architecture entirely freehand in pen and ink to trees, grass, texture, detail, etc., his artwork is uniquely his own, and so are his videos. He uploads frequently, 2 times a day, and the advice in his videos are golden for both beginners and experts. I don't pay much attention to the architecture videos as I focus on human bodies and perspective, but his general advice videos and his general perspective videos are frequently the best of the best. He tackles topics other YouTubers are not doing, such as downhill and uphill perspective, drawing nature, and the importance of line economy. He also frequently holds live streams where it's just him and the camera, and he talks to his viewers and tries to relate to them and foster a healthy discussion as he answers questions. He has an overwhelming amount of content, seemingly the same videos at a first glance, but each video has something special in it that I guarantee you'll learn something from each and every one. Alphonso Dunn. Alphonso Dunn is a veteran of the artist YouTuber part of YouTube, having been uploading for over 10 years. His overall focus is on pen and ink drawings, and creates breathtaking works of art with nothing but a pencil as a base sketch and a couple of micron pens. The way he hatches, cross-hatches, and shades 3D forms can be compared to the old artists of old from the Renaissance. He is very well spoken and a good art teacher, as he has a variety of art videos showcasing 3D art forms, how to hatch shading, general art tips, and much more. I frequently studied his pen and ink cross-hatching shading videos, as those were the most interesting to me at the time, but I watched his other videos as well. The way he teaches is very well thought out, and he frequently uses fantastic examples to showcase the way his mind works. He covers everything from basics for the beginner artist who has never picked up a pencil, all the way to using only line and shading to indicate an entire hand in painstaking detail. He is the man who single-handedly taught me how to shade with pencil and how to approach 3D art forms and perspective. Dr. Draw. Dr. Draw is a psychologist/teacher turned artist who focuses on blending difficult art topics and drawings with fun videos and tips and tricks to make learning both entertaining and fun. His biggest eye-opener for me was the line confidence video, his multiple perspective videos, how to draw the face, and most important for me was the how to draw the torso video. His artwork is most similar to Kim Jong-gi, and that shows in every single aspect of his artworks and the way he approaches art. His careful use of line economy and simple teaching methods make learning fun and non-complicated, and he encourages drawing along with him. His teaching methods show that his experience as a teacher translates well to his content. He made me understand topics that I would still be struggling with if not for him. He views and draws everything in boxes and perspectives similar to how I view art, and I picked that up from him. For someone like myself who does not understand the luminous head or the various other ways to draw the head, he breaks it down simply and easily. His content is a treasure trove of information, and I heavily recommend him for people who may be struggling to understand how other artists draw and teach. Brad Colbo / Brad's Art School. Brad Colbo is a tech YouTuber who focuses on showcasing drawing tablets, applications for art, and discusses the general landscape of art. If you need a review on a drawing tablet or program, he is the guy, and I recommend him for that. What I want to talk about is his second channel called Brad's Art School. Brad's Art School is an art teaching channel with a heavy focus on beginner artist content taught by him talking over his own hand-drawn animations. When I first started to learn how to draw, his content provided a guiding hand to the overwhelming world of art. His how to draw everything with construction, heads for beginners, perspective drawing, and all his videos overall provide a rounded experience for beginners and serve as a perfect starting point. His content is few and far between, but his advice is gold, and he recently revived his art channel, and hopefully he continues to provide support to the art community with more fantastic art tutorials and advice for beginner artists. Sinix Design. Sinix Design might as well be described as a fossil of the YouTube platform, having been uploading videos for 18 years, and I am entirely grateful for it. He is a more focused Proko, having less of a focus on artist showcases and general tips, instead focusing on anatomy tutorials and a little more involved topics that you do not frequently see. He holds his own classes where he teaches those who are interested, but his free content is just as competent, and that is all you need to learn. His anatomy quick tips, and especially the videos showcasing how to approach drawing heads as a sheet of paper, really solidified my understanding of anatomy. I cannot emphasize enough how much content is packed into his paperhead method and general anatomy videos. Michael Hampton. Michael Hampton is a longtime professional artist and educator when it comes to figure drawing and anatomy. He has multiple degrees in the arts and is a well-respected figure and content creator in the space of the art community. You may know him as a figure artist and is probably the first to come up searching for figure drawing. His videos on figure drawing, the 3 C, S, and I lines, and his Loomis head drawings are the best in the industry. He has multiple published books and has appeared frequently on Proko. He also holds his own art courses on figure drawing and anatomy. His content may be a little too advanced for the beginner artist, but the thoughts held inside the video and his general mindset is to be held in high regard at all levels of art. Honorable mentions of art YouTubers. Robert Marzullo. Dan Beardshaw, Marco Bucci, Toby Sketch Loose, Dr. Doodle, Knowledge Mavens, Rem Creates, Drawing Jones, Paint Draw Paint, Art of Way, last but not least, Modath. Ending thoughts. While these YouTubers are fantastic and have a wealth of content, that content doesn't matter if they don't match what you want to do and what you want to learn. Pick and choose which content matches your style of learning and what you want to prioritize as a beginner or an expert artist. Be your own gatekeeper to your mind and pick and choose what information that you allow as that gatekeeper. I have listened to a lot of bad advice and I have listened to a lot of good advice. You learn to separate the good and the bad with experience and time drawn. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have an incredible day. Thank you.